Hello friend, it's BorasLegend here. It's time for my first weekend league recap with the traditional format, which I will explain all of the tactics and also show you some analysis in my own gameplay. So yesterday you saw some of the highlights from the last games, but this is my team. So we're playing 4-2-3-1 in the game mainly, but also switching with the 4-2-2. So 4-2-3-1 and 4-2-2 are my two main formations this far. This is all of course subject to change. I am experimenting a lot at the moment which kind of tactics works the best. It also depends on the daily mood, also which kind of opponents I face, and also of course on the EA servers, which you never know what you simply gonna get. You can also see how the team looks here. 4-2-3-1, of course, Blanc, Kanté on the midfield, and Mbappé and Bale on the wing, and Dalglish as a striker here, Neymar as a cam, and for the tactics playing 6-3 here in width and depth. Sometimes drop back, sometimes balance, but even though I sometimes play drop back, doesn't mean that I just sit back and chill. Using high pressure no matter what, but drop back will help you sometimes when you have a lot of input delay, or maybe you're facing someone that just passes forward, just goes for the through balls every time, to help you cover up these passes and simply give you some extra time and margins. And also in attack I'm experimenting a bit, trying everything from between 5 and 8 right now. At the moment played 5 and 7, but yesterday when I played a draft I played 6 and 7, which I felt worked even better. But yes, that is something that you have to experiment to try to find what fits you the best. But mainly, yes, you need to have two formations that are very different, and in this case we have the 4-2-1 and the 4-2-2. But I also use the diamond this weekend league, and also the 3-4-1-2 against some types of players that didn't press, that wasn't interest to play football. And regarding the team, Militao is a complete beast, one of my favorite center backs in the game. Also, he managed to get some assists. The midfield is a bit stiff sometimes. It is fantastic in the defense, but sometimes in attack you feel that you don't really have the options when, Kanté doesn't really have the best dribbling. It is Blanc that has to lift the attack, and he's not really the best in the attack either, so that's why I want to try Frankie de Jong together with the Blanc for the next weekend league. And Kylian Mbappé is the big disappointment of this team. You have to pay almost 1 million, but he's, if he was 200-300k, you would think what a player this is for the coins, but for 3 times as much, you really don't feel that he's worth that price tag. A big disappointment. Bale was, checking the stats, more effective than Mbappé, but I really want to get Messi because he is fantastic for the FIFA 20 mechanics. And Neymar, hands down the best player in this team. So nice to control, very agile, great finishing, and also here for a cam, these are some crazy stats. Last but not least, we have Kenny Dalglish, who is fantastic. He's very similar to Eusebio, but you have to pay much less. Of course, he's not as good, but he has some fantastic qualities as a striker, and he's one of my favorite players in this squad. Alright, let's check out some gameplay here from Weekend League with some of my best games. This first squad is a nice squad, some Bundesliga and Premier League hybrid. You can see how we're working here in the defense, how we quickly spot this gap, fast switching with the right stick and just closing this up very quickly. All the key is the right stick switching for these kind of tactical switches. And also here being smart and trying to think, okay, where does he want to go? Where is the gap? We see here that the gap is in the box, trying to cover that up. But this time we got also a bit lucky, or some help from the AI to block this pass. But always cover the through balls, as you know, that is the main priority in the defense. And you can see how we're working here with our defenders, trying to apply pressure, but at the same time always having in mind that we have to stop these through balls to every price. You do not want to concede these goals because they are so cheap and fairly easy to stop. But then when you make mistakes in the build-up, there is not much to do sometimes. This is, What happens a lot of times in FIFA 20, most of the goals that I concede are from mistakes in the build-up, where your defense is unstructured. So you really have to have extra focus and be extra observant in the FIFA 20 build-up, because you know that some passes will go wrong, but we're gonna get back here with the Kanté, a nice little dummy here with that step over to find a better timing and angle for that the driven pass tap in. And after this we started to gain some more confidence. This is a fantastic goal from Neymar, and you're gonna see how fantastic he is, so agile and so good with the skills. This is a nice 3-touch spin, as we saw in FIFA 19, still very good in FIFA 20, and a nice little driven finesse for post. And after this, Mbappé here on the run. Well, he is very fast, also with the help of the speed boost. One small bottle to get the better angle for this shot. And this is a simple goal for Kylian, but yes, overall he was a disappointment. This week he made some very weird things, and sometimes he really can't hit the target. But Neymar here scores 4-1, and if you saw that the first celebration, yes, the dab is coming back. The last dab is always the sweetest, some of the kids will say, and well, it worked out pretty well. And after this 5-1, and also we will score 6-1 in the end after this nice pass from Bale, and that was well, simply GG. Over to the next one against the Pepega, the squad name Agüero, dangerous finishing, and also Mane, very good in FIFA 20 of course. We're gonna get the best start in this game still with this drag back, which is maybe my favorite skill move in FIFA 20, but Dalglish, as we know, he always hits the post. But this time we got a bit fortunate with that rebound. And here's some nice defending from Alexandro. He was also very good. You might think of his pace, okay, he doesn't look as he's the fastest, 83 pace, but with a shadow he will have it all, because he is so strong, so solid on the ground. This is a great tackle from Blanc. You can see this gap and trying to get some extra reach with that sliding tackle, but also here we're reading this play perfectly, just standing in front of his player and getting the ball back with some great defense. And from here we can build our own attack and well, simply use what we are good at here with the drag back, and Neymar can of course shoot with both feet. And we're just gonna continue after this, having great confidence at the moment. Of course, when you have the lead you can always play with some extra boost, and speaking of boost, that first time fake shot is just fantastic in FIFA 20, and also the driven finesse as we saw in previous tutorials. Well, that is one of the best finishing techniques in the game. And then we have a tough team. This is probably around 2 million coins with a very high rated team. He has Hazard, Salah and Pogba and some more, and this was going to be a tough game of course, but you can see here that we can spot the gap in the middle. We have to use our midfield to try to close down this lane, this passage, and with this help from the midfield we can defend much more painless, of course, the shield of the defense. And after this, Neymar, nice left stick dribbling, but that is just a crazy save from Alisson that really impressed on me. This first weekend league, when I faced him, he made some crazy actions. But this time he'll not be able to stop it from Dalglish. A nice Cruyff turn in the box, a bit unexpected even for me. I did maybe not even plan it, but it went in. But you know that Dalglish, he has some issues with the post, and once again he will hit that. But in the defense, always trying to stay close, show presence, apply pressure. So you can see here with this switching that we are not rushing, but we're just being there, we're being present. And this will of course force mistakes from the opponent. And Militao, just amazing. And this time Dalglish, thankfully, will not hit the post, and we have a 2-goal lead. And from this we of course can build some great confidence. And first time shot from Neymar, very close range though, and the 3-0 is GG, but we switched off a little bit. This is a very cheap goal, you can never let this happen. Always cover these through balls. I hate when I'm starting to relax and letting opponents score these goals because they're so easy to stop with the right stick switching. But we'll still get the last goal in this game, and it is a fantastic goal from Neymar. Look at that with the sombrero flick, and 4-1 was also the final result. But yes, we also lost some games. We lost 2 games this weekend, and this is the second one, which was against Dudek, who also finished the top 100 pro player. And well, it was a very boring game, which I feel happens a lot between pros at this moment, because the pace of the gameplay is pretty slow, and if you are good at the jockey defending, it is of course very hard to break through. So very few chances, and it's also very hard to press. As we see here that he was good at keeping the ball, but also for us we felt that okay, it is really hard to get it back despite being on a high depth or even team press. But of course, if you're using team press, your team will also get tired fast, and you will expose yourself in the defense. But in the second half it will open up a little bit. We have Semedo here with a great pass, but Ter Stegen is just fantastic. In FIFA 20, maybe the best keeper, and this is also a great chance. But Courtois shows his qualities, but this is just a sick action. He will find his way through after some BS, as you would call it in FIFA. But instead of focusing on that, we're switching very fast to Militao, and we're able to parry this shot, and that's just a fantastic defensive sequence. You can see the stats here from the first 90 minutes. So we have extra time and maybe a chance for super sub Rashford, who didn't really show himself that much, especially in this gameplay. I mean, he's very physical, but he's also not turning so fast. But after this, well, we have to defend this better, because we know what he wants to do. In 9 out of 10 times he will go for his finesse shot here from Messi. That is very obvious. But maybe we panic a little bit. We have to simply cover his left foot. But we overrun it a little bit with our defender here, and well, when Messi gets this chance in FIFA 20, he will not miss. And that was unfortunately going to be the winning goal in a very tight game, even though we were creating some great pressure in the last minutes. It was not good enough. A nice AI block from his defender, and then that is a manual block from him. Of course, this was a very good player, very good in the defense, and very smart player, and we did not manage to beat him once. And this is a terrible finish from Dalglish, and 1-0 was the final result. Our second loss this weekend, but as you know, we still managed to get top 100. But right after this, we could have got our third loss. This was a very tense game against the boys. Nothing really happening in the first 90 minutes in this turtle gameplay. It was hard to create chances, but he will get the first goal, a bit unfortunate for us with Salah. And here you would think that, okay, this is gonna be very hard to get back, and we switched to a 3-4-1-2. He played some drop back with very compact defense, and we had to simply throw everything forward. But the key in these situations are to not get stiff, to not get starting to panic. Of course, you will start to pass the ball around a little bit, and it's so hard to starting to just rush up, and well, huge space will open up. But we know at this point that we will get at least one more chance. We just have to keep the digits down, and also you need a courage. I mean, in this attack we're just using some high tempo, a lot of skill moves, and not trying to play too predictive. Just using different skill moves, having the tempo, and as you see, if you have this, if you have all of these ingredients in these situations in the game, you will most likely also get rewarded in the end, because you have to think at the same time that the opponent is nervous as well. So the skill moves will work better than ever at this time of the game. And in the end it went to a penalty shootout, and for those watching my stream, you know that well, I won 4 out of 4 shootouts this week, and I might put out a tutorial actually But yes, I was extremely focused and precise from 11 meters this weekend, and well, it simply awarded me a top 100 placement. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this traditional weekend league recap. Tomorrow I will be back with something else. I was thinking showing my PS4 weekend league, which was a bit different, a different team, and also some different tactics, and I think you will enjoy that video as well. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, until next time.